Hey there, first off, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Out of all the content you could be watching right now, you chose this one, and that means the world to me. You're not just here to scroll mindlessly. You're here because deep down, something inside of you is craving a change, a breakthrough, a transformation, and let me tell you, you're in the right place. Let me start with this. I wasn't always like this. You know, the kind of person who wakes up with a sense of purpose. The kind of person who actually likes getting out of bed in the morning. The kind of person who doesn't dread Mondays like they're the plague. A couple years ago, I was stuck. Deeply stuck. I was drifting through life like a passenger. I'd wake up, hit snooze 5 times, drag myself through the day and crash into bed just to do it all over again. It felt like life was happening to me, not for me. And honestly, I hated who I was becoming. On the outside, everything looked fine. I had a job, a place to live, food on the table. But inside, I was lost, disconnected, tired all the time, numb even, and I couldn't figure out why. I tried everything. Self-help books, productivity hacks, morning routines I saw on YouTube. I even tried cold showers. Yeah, those didn't last long. But nothing stuck. Nothing changed me from the inside out. Until one day, something did. And it wasn't some magical guru or a $1,000 seminar or even a new app. It was one tiny, unassuming habit. A habit that on the surface seemed way too simple to work. A habit so basic, I almost didn't bother trying it. But I did, and it cracked me wide open. The habit? Journaling. Yeah, journaling. Not exactly the groundbreaking viral thing you expected, but stay with me. Because this simple act, putting pen to paper every single day, unlocked something in me that I didn't even know was buried. This is the story of how journaling saved my life. I still remember the day I started. It was a Tuesday, nothing special. I had just had a breakdown the night before. One of those ugly, sobbing, can't-breathe kind of breakdowns. I was tired of feeling stuck. I was tired of feeling nothing. So the next morning, I grabbed a random notebook I had lying around and just wrote. No structure, no rules. I just dumped every toxic, anxious, chaotic thought onto the page. And when I was done, I didn't feel fixed, but I felt lighter. So I did it again the next day, and the next, and the next. At first, I treated it like therapy. I vented, I cursed, I cried on the page. It was raw, messy, completely unfiltered, but then something started happening. My writing changed. Slowly, I started noticing patterns in my thoughts. I started understanding why certain things triggered me. I started realizing that most of my stress wasn't about what was happening around me, it was about what was happening inside me. And that's when journaling became more than just a habit. It became a mirror. I started asking myself deeper questions. Why am I really upset? What am I avoiding? What am I afraid of? Who do I want to become? Those questions led to answers I wasn't ready to hear, but desperately needed to. Then came the big shift. One night, about 3 months into my journaling journey, I wrote something that changed everything. I wrote, I'm tired of pretending I'm okay. I'm not. I hate my job. I feel invisible in my relationships. I don't even know who I am anymore. And just like that, I cracked. I remember staring at those words, heart pounding, because I had never admitted any of that, not even to myself. That journal entry, it was my rock bottom, but also my turning point. Because when you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Once I admitted those things, I couldn't go back to faking it. That night I made a vow. I would stop lying to myself. I would stop hiding. I would start living on purpose. That meant facing some hard truths. I started journaling with more intention. I created prompts that challenged me. What am I avoiding? What limiting beliefs am I carrying? What would my ideal day look like if fear wasn't holding me back? Those questions were like a flashlight in a dark cave. They exposed the lies I had been telling myself for years. I realized I was living a life I never truly chose. So I started making real changes. I cut ties with toxic people. I quit the job that was draining my soul. I started therapy. I started working out, not to look good but to feel strong. And every step of the way, journaling was there, my anchor, my compass, my safe space. The changes weren't all smooth. Growth is rarely pretty. There were days I doubted everything. Days I wanted to go back to the comfort of autopilot. Days I felt more lost than ever. But journaling kept me grounded. On those tough days, I'd write things like, "This is hard, but I've done harder," or "I am allowed to feel afraid and keep moving forward." That voice on the page, it became my inner coach. Journaling helped me stay consistent, not just with my goals, but with my integrity. It helped me track my progress, celebrate my wins, learn from my mistakes. Eventually, I wasn't just surviving, I was thriving. I started attracting better friendships, deeper, more authentic connections. I discovered passions I didn't know I had. I even launched a side project that turned into a full-time career. But more importantly, I started liking who I was becoming. Today, I journal every morning. Sometimes it's 2 pages, sometimes it's just a few lines, but I never miss a day. Because journaling isn't just something I do, it's part of who I am. It's how I check in with myself, how I stay aligned, how I process emotions, set goals, stay focused, forgive myself, and dream big. It's not about writing perfectly, it's about showing up honestly. And now I can say with 100% certainty, journaling changed my life. Not because it solved all my problems, but because it helped me face them, because it helped me hear myself again, because it brought me back to me. So if you're out there feeling stuck or numb or directionless, try it, just try it. Start with 1 sentence. Maybe, "I don't know what to write," or "I feel overwhelmed," or even just, "I'm tired." That's enough. That's more than enough. Because the page will meet you where you are, and take you where you need to go. If you made it this far, thank you. Seriously, you just gave your time and energy to hearing my story, and I hope it sparked something inside you, even if it's just a tiny flicker. That flicker, it can grow into a wildfire. All it needs is fuel, and that fuel is action. Don't just leave this video inspired, leave it changed. Grab a notebook, start today, not next week, not next year, now. And when you write your first page, know that you are starting a revolution within yourself. A rebellion against numbness, a rebellion against autopilot, a return to you. You don't need the perfect pen. You don't need the perfect words. You just need to begin. And I'll be right here, rooting for you. If this story hit you in the heart, if you felt even a tiny shift while watching, then do me one favor. Click that like button. It lets me know this message resonated and helps it reach more people who need it. Drop a comment below. Tell me, have you ever tried journaling, or is this your first time even thinking about it? Let's talk about it. Your story matters here. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you never miss another video like this. I've got so much more to share. Stories, tools, and habits that will change everything. Thank you again for being here. Go write your truth. I'll see you on the next page.